Today I'm going to do a new setup, so hopefully it's okay with you. You can discuss it in the comments below if this is good enough or if I should do something else. If you are new to my channel, can you please like, subscribe and share this video, and obviously hit the bell button. I'm going to describe to you how to play Yu-Gi-Oh, as the title says. So I'm going to describe it. So this is a normal summon, and since this is a trap card and this is a spell card, I'm going to make you understand these physically. So this card, you can see the name, you can see what it says, trap, and then you see what trap it is. This is a counter trap. And then you see the same thing for the spell card, claw, spell card, equip spell. And then if you don't know the effect, it just reads it and put both cards. And on the monster cards, it says the same thing. This is a tuner monster. It's used for a synchro summon, the white cards basically. You can see the attribute, the level, the name, the attack points and defense points. So you can summon your monster like this. You can set your monster like this and flip it up next to it. But you'll probably, in this format, it will probably be dead by then. And then this is another monster, but it's a hand trap. So are these three. So you can play these cards from your hand. So you don't really need to worry about this can like negate stuff, this can negate stuff, and this can negate stuff. So you can do stuff from your hand as well as your field. This can negate traps and this can negate nothing, but it can help you on your turn. I'm gonna explain how you do stuff basically. If you have two level 3s on the field, I'm gonna discuss all the levels. So like level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, I'm pretty sure it's up to level 12. And you can basically normal summon up to level 4. And then when you go to like level 5, level 6, level 7, and like stuff like level 8, or even level 12, you have to tribute. For level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 5, you tribute one monster, you summon it. But for the other one, you got to tribute 2 monsters and then summon it. So you only get 1 normal summon per turn, which is a level 3, level 2, level 1, level 3, level 4, level 5, and level 6, stuff like that. And you get 1 special summon. No, not 1 special summon, but more than 1 special summon. But you can do how much you want. And you can special summon in any position you want. Defense, not face down, but only if the card reads face down, you can do it face down sometimes. But with 2 level 3s, as I was saying, you can go into an Xyz monster. And in an Xyz monster, you can go here in 2020 format, but right now you can go. You have to go here, unless you use a special card called links, which are cards like these. So you can see. Let's go the simplest form. Links. It says name, fire, and then it has a bunch of these arrows. So if there was here. If it pointed here, here, if it's pointing here, here, and then it will basically continue. So now you can summon it here as well, because it's pointing straight down. And so in this case it's pointing straight down. It says Cyburst Link effect. It says the requirement, which is 1 level 4 or lower Cyburst monster. If this card is link summoned, add 1 Salamangreat Sanctuary, so it's got a search effect. So as soon as you summon this, you search for it. a field spell, which is a card that looks like this. And then there's a bunch of other spells, like circle here has the little flash mark. That means it's a fast one, so you can put it on your opponent's turn if it's face down on the field. You can only play this on your opponent's turn because it has no symbols. That means it's a normal one. And then this has got this, so you can only put it here in this zone. And if that makes sense, please tell me. But sometimes I know it's a bit hard to get into a new card game. So this is Titan. It's a fusion monster. So again, it says the name, the attribute, the level, the requirement, and the effect, and the attack and defense. Unlike the Link monster, it doesn't have defense points, so you can only place an attack. That's a downside. But soon Link monsters aren't going to be that much of a thing. And also, Magistalio, even though it's banned, I'm just using it for an example, is that 2 level 3 rank monster. So you can't really do that you can't just go into this and then tribute this for this. You have to go into another monster using this effect and then go into Baylinks. Or just go into a level rank 2 monster and then, link 2 monster and then go into Baylinks. So that will cost you 3 monsters, but then you will just end up going into one of these 2 instead. So most of the time you want to go first most of the time, but they're making it better to go second nowadays. And also, if you want to start, I got to show you how much cards you have to have in your deck and side deck and stuff. So you have to have 15 deck cards in your side, 15 cards in your extra deck, and 40 cards in your main deck. Your main deck is here, deck zone, graveyard is when like a card goes to there. So it's like the drop zone in Vanguard or anything like that really, where the cards go to the graveyard. You can't use them again unless you like reborn them or you just shuffle them back sometimes. Except when they're these cards. So in 2020 format, if I have a Link monster right here, and I have 2 pendulum cards in the pendulum scale, I can then pendulum summon like between 1 and 2, right? But if I pendulum summoned a pendulum monster and then destroyed it, which you can't let move it, as in this is a separate pendulum monster, this is a separate pendulum monster. This will go here. That means when you pendulum summon again with the same card, that should be here, but I only have 2 pendulum monsters, so that means it has to go here instead of anywhere else like it used to go. So you can't infinitely pendulum summon like 2 to 3 times, because it is a broken mechanic to get infinite resources and such. So another thing, the reason that you don't want everything in the same column is that if this is in the same column and I set a trap, that means that this requirement is on this card. So I can special summon this card, or your opponent can, like this, on their monster. So that's a negative. Also, cards like Magnite is also the same thing. Paleozoics are nice traps that basically, when another trap card is activated, you special summon it to your monster zone, and then you can use it for like paleo frogs, which are totally awesome and stuff, derived from. So there's like a couple like neat things in Yu-Gi-Oh, like combos or like specific things that you want to do. But most of the time it's just like thing. Yeah, you don't want to like draw too many cards, but sometimes you don't want to like draw too little cards. So like you draw 5 cards if you go first. 3, 4, 5, and you don't get to attack. So if I had the first turn and I was doing this, then I could summon this, summon that, using this card's effect, and then use this card's effect, and so forth. And then I can go to my combo plays. So combos are very important, but you've got to be careful because there's some like counter spells and counter traps in people's hands which they can use. So basically you have to be really careful and really like basically mind reading your opponent, which should be a very good thing in Yu-Gi-Oh! If you want to learn the game even more, I would suggest checking out channels like CMO, the more like relevant channels. Basically, remember to like, subscribe, and share the video, and also remember to join my Discord if you want to add suggestions and stuff. Goodbye.